Joe Excel. This is not financial advice. How you doing? All right. So jumping right on into it. So Bitcoin, 73,598 came down to 60,000 roughly. Now we've been oscillating around this range, around 66,900, around 67,000 to 71,700. And the more we stay in this range, the happier I am. I don't need us to go spiking up and going crazy right now. Neither do I want us to come down a whole lot. That all being said, it's not. It doesn't matter what you want, right? It doesn't matter what you think. Bitcoin does what Bitcoin does. So there is a good chance that we're going to be experiencing some volatility pretty soon, especially as we get closer to the halving, right? In this case, I actually think we're more bullish than bearish. I think we're going to spike up, and at that point, we will get some resistance and probably come back down, right? Um, just that's my theory. That's what I think is going to happen. Anything can happen from this point. After you break all-time highs, all bets are off. What normally happens is after you break all-time highs, you oscillate for a little bit, then you spike up and you go crazy, right? So that's most likely what's going to happen. But that all being said, we're close to the pi cycle top, right? Um, as far as where the barrier is right now. It doesn't mean it's the end of the cycle. It just means that we might have some temporary turbulence as our plane travels towards our destination, which is Valhalla, actually. All right. So do prepare for the turbulence. Have a plan. We spike up. Have a plan for where your TP points. Doesn't mean you get out of the market, but just have a plan to secure your initial investment. Should we come back down, have a plan to DCA in, right? Because it's my thesis that we're still in the bull market and we're still heading a lot higher, you know, uh, heading towards the end of 2024 and also to the middle of 2025 and possibly Q4 of 2025, right? So do have a plan for both ways. Make sure you manage your risk because this is cryptocurrency and it's risky and this is not financial advice. All right, so looking at the crypto bubbles, the market is mixed reaction today. I do notice that Ajax and FET are both up, and those are both AI coins, so that's quite interesting. If we look at the top 200 coins, Ocean Protocol, ETHFi, hmm, a lot of red. I'm seeing a lot of red here. And again, I'm not used to seeing so much red because the Patreon drams are not, are not like this. And so it's just interesting. That's all. Gaming. Let's talk about gaming. I did mention this crypto. I was one of the first YouTubers that mentioned this. I expected high hopes for it. On initials, when it came out, it did around a 10x, which was actually disappointing for gaming, right? Because, and I know it's crazy, like 10 times your money. Oh man, 10 times your money. What a loser. Um, we're expecting more for this, but don't get me wrong, right? I want to clear up a few things. This is definitely a big success. I think what has happened is that the team made a lot of people upset, people from the private sale and from the IDO camps, in that the team was very cocky and they didn't give out the full allocations that were promised to all these individuals that they were giving the tokens to. They actually issued refunds. So the project is so hot that they were saying, man, we don't want your money. What are you gonna give us money? We don't want you. Take your money. They threw the money at us, guys. They threw the money at us, and they said they didn't want our money, right? Um, which is kind of hilarious because it shows you that we are definitely in the bull, right? If that's the case. So the allocations were lessened in some private launch pads. they were put to zero, right? That all being said, I do have high expectations for gaming, and despite a rocky start is only a 10x, right? Despite only delivering a 1,000%, I'm looking at 3,000% for this thing relatively soon, which is insane. It's mind blowing. So I've actually been DCAing, guys. I've been DCAing in on a project that's already what is already, it's not doing that bad, but I've been DCing because the only thing better than $100 is $200. The only thing better than 200 is 400. Anything better than 400 1600, etc. Right? So yeah, on the dips when there were pullbacks, I've been getting in because I anticipating it breaking this local peak and continuing upwards. Right? I have high expectations for gaming, and the reason why is because they have four narratives in one. They have Deepin, they have the gaming platform. So that reminds me of Gala Games. They have esports. So that's VRA. So there's Gala Games, VRA, Web3 Incubator. They have GPUs. That's render. So, okay, Gala Games, render, VRA, game distribution, and gamer experience platform. Um, Basically, there is going to be a lot of hype garnered around the amount of functions and the playability that they offer. Another big thing to consider is that they're new. This is a new, fresh gaming GPU slash AI, GPU lending, AI, video game experience. Oh, did I also mention Launchpad? They also have a Launchpad here, Web3 incubator and Launchpad for leading IGOs, initial game offerings. So they're also going to give you access to a Launchpad. So the question is, when do you sell this token, right? Because if it could give you access to a Launchpad, and we're in a bull and we're about to go into raging bull, do you really want to sell it? Because you're going to want to get access to get into the latest hot IGOs as they come out on launch, because that's where you can get your 40x, 40 times your money on launch. So do you really want to sell the token that's going to give you access to that for a 20% profit? I don't think the market really understands yet the value proposition that GMRX is facilitating, but it will be figured out once the projects start launching on the gaming launchpad, right? Once the gaming launchpad comes out and we start seeing the hot IGOs on it, and then people are like, okay, let me get some of this token, and the token is $2.90, and then I mean, I'm just saying in the future. I'm not talking about tomorrow, guys. But in crypto, you know how quickly crypto moves, right? The future is tomorrow in crypto. So I'm not really too keen. I'm like, when do I take profit on this? And I'm like, I don't think I'll be doing that anytime soon, which is kind of strange. I know, like even when you're up a lot, like no, I'm not selling, because again, the real chess play is getting access to a launchpad. It's not the 20% pump that you could get in the 20% pump and flip. Because what are you going to do with the 20% pump? You're just going to go and buy another crypto, right? And that crypto could go down 10%, 15%, go back up 40%, right? Or you can get some launchpad IDO gains that come out and your money goes 40x, right? So I think the 40x plays is stronger than the 20% pump. So, but that's just the launchpad aspect of gaming, right? And then the hype that's going to come in from the GPU loaning thing, and also the esports competition. We don't know exactly how they're going to implement it, but you could imagine when there's tournaments, you're going to see sponsored by gaming, or you're going to see the gaming logo pop up in the background. So we're talking about 5 months from now, guys. I don't mean tomorrow, but as far as getting in when it's low, I know it doesn't look like it's low because the chart's climbing, but the way that I've envisioned this, I'm looking at a chart. To me, this is actually flat, right? The reason why is because we're in a bull run, right? If we're not in a bull run and we're in like a bear that's coming out of it, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll wait for it to retrace. But things have changed. You have to look at charts differently now. I see this going slightly up, 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 and then one day spike, and after that spike, you're not going to see these prices again. So that's where I'm at with Gaimin. Gaimin is flaming, right? Um, so alpha for you guys, what's down and what's in DCA range? Gaming is down 30%, CredFi down 23%, Morpheus down 23%, Giro Wallet down 23%, OJA Ajamu down 20%, Net VRK down 18%. Yes. So look at the discounts that you're getting here. Free alpha for you guys. And you guys are still not picking up Dex Check. Oh man. You should be picking up Dex Check, guys. The prices are low now. It's below 10 cents. I would definitely be getting some of those. Shout out to the Patreons, by the way. We are just killing it. We're way up on this gem, ridiculously way up. We were getting this at the guys. We're getting this down here. I didn't even count the percentages. That's more than a 20x in a very short period of time. You know, let me put this on a daily. Look at this, guys. That's a straight line up. There's a straight line up to the sky. So if you have not joined the Patreon yet, why? Why haven't you joined the Patreon yet, guys? Come on. What are you doing? I don't know what you're doing. Yeah, I haven't calculated the X's on it because every time I try to calculate, it does keeps pumping. We just keep going higher. So yeah, shout out to you guys for making the right decision. We're completely crushing it, and this is all according to plan. And 2024 is going to be an excellent year. It's already started off with a bang, and we are just beginning. All right. So to recap, guys, gaming, next gem coming up, right? Consistent, easy gains. Not too many. It's not heavy lifting. It's just common sense, right? You just DCAing on the dips here, and you're good. You don't have to do any excessive trading, wasting money with your trading fees and trying to figure anything out. This is a solid gem that you can hold for the duration of the bull run. Not financial advice, right? And again, you see the functionality of gaming. I mentioned Dex Check. I told you guys that this is less than 10 cents now. And if you don't get in now, um, well, I can't help you. I tried. Yeah, Dex Check. Yeah, and I also mentioned that I also mentioned, well, I mean, it speaks for itself, guys. You can look at my past videos and you can look at the performance, and the performance speaks for itself. I could sit here and I could brag and I could make all kinds of claims and everything. Or you could just look at the videos, look at the prices where I brought these things to you, and look at the prices that they were now. I did not make a video on Cheers. This is Cheers Solana. I did not make a video on it because I exclusively put this into the Patreons as a Patreon gem. And we're up so much now, it's just completely ridiculous. Like it retraces now. If it retraces 30%, we're already up like 15x. So it doesn't even matter, right? And that's not the only one that I brought, right? I brought a couple meme coins in the group, and the meme coins are completely crushing it. And if you're not in the Patreon, um, well, I don't even know what to say at this point. I mean, the numbers speak for itself, guys. You can check the videos, but there's stuff that I put in these videos, and you're getting alpha from the videos, and you're doing well from just watching the YouTube videos. But there's stuff that the Patreons are getting that are not in these videos, and the stuff that the Patreons are getting are doing this, right? And for the disclaimer, past performance does not necessarily guarantee future results, right? This is crypto, it's risky, and you can lose your money, right? But it's my contention that I'm willing to invest in 5 of them, because if only one of them pops off, I get this, right? And that one that pops off, 20x my money. You understand? So I mean, I could make so many mistakes right now, and if I manage my risk reward correctly, it's hard for me to be down because I mean, look at this pump, guys. That's freaking insane. Let me put on a 4 hour chart to make it look a little bit more like a normal chart. Even this, what is this? It's point zero. Let's look at 0.009. Let's say that's one, right? So that's 15x. But we're investing lower than one, guys. So that's, geez, guys, that's like a 30x. But again, shouts out to the Patreons, man. We're completely crushing it, and it's nothing. Um, I would get with the winning team because what we do is inevitable. Where we're going is inevitable. Big up to you for making the right decision, and big up to all the future Patreon members and everybody supporting the channel. I'll continue to produce the alpha and the kind of quality that you're looking forward to checking out, right? So this is Crypto Excel. I will be signing out. I have a few things to take care of, but you've gotten all the alpha, early this morning. In the Patreons is even deeper level and more profitable information. And if you're not part of the team, I just wonder why. Why? All right. Excel. All right, guys. Take care. Peace.